Hi my loves, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a foundation declutter. I've come to the point where I'm just so over new foundations, to be honest, and skin tints. I've already found the things that I love that work for me and my skin so well that I just want to get rid of the excess and things that are expired that I don't use. Make sure you grab a snack, of course, and get cozy, and also enter the giveaway because every time I do a declutter, I feel like it's mandatory for me to do a giveaway. So I'm going to pick 3 of you to win a box of makeup and goodies, and all you have to do is be subscribed to my channel, fill out the Google form down below, and comment when you're done, and that is it. I'm gonna pick the winner within a few days, and I will update the description box, and I will contact you via DM or email. Also, please beware of scammers. Do not click on anything that you are unsure of, or do not put your information if it looks sketchy. My Google forms are safe, I promise. Seriously, I will never ask you to pay for shipping or for your credit card information, so if somebody does, that is completely fake and that is not me. So please block, report, mark as spam, all the things, because that is fake. But I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into it and do some decluttering. Alrighty, so we're gonna start in this little section right here. This is pretty much where I have all of my foundations and skin tints. I have a couple other ones in a section over there which I'll get into, but this is where I have the majority. So let's start off with the bottom here first. And by the way, these organizers are from Impressions Vanity. I will link them for you guys. Let me actually bring this out so we can get a little closer. There we go. Okay. Well, let's start here. Don't mind these because some of these are dirty, but this is the Basma Stick Foundation. This I'm going to keep. I actually really like this foundation. It's a really hydrating, creamy stick foundation. It's actually very nice compared to a lot of them that can be a little bit more thick and cakey. This one has a great formula. I have combo skin and I really enjoy it. So I have the shade 028 and 027. So I'm going to go ahead and keep these. I really like the packaging as well. Another one of my favorites is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Stick Foundation. This is beautiful. I've kind of like rediscovered this foundation, and I used to be obsessed with this years ago, and like I said, I kind of fell in love with it and I love it. It's also super creamy, has buildable coverage, has a little bit more of a soft matte finish, but it's very pretty on the skin. And I'm in the shade 250G Cheesecake. I love this so much. I've actually been really enjoying this for everyday makeup. It is gorgeous. This is the Dermablend Flawless Creator Liquid Foundation Drops. I honestly just don't really reach for this that often. I remember using this a couple times. I guess I thought it was pretty at one point, but maybe not enough to really use it a ton because I haven't really picked it up in forever. So I have this one in the shade 37W. I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of this because I just don't reach for it. I have other favorites, and the next one that I'm gonna show you guys is actually a really good dupe for this. So the dupe that I have for the Dermablend is the Total Control Pro Drop Foundation from NYX. I have this one in the shade Medium Olive. I remember this being pretty much identical to the one from Dermablend, and this also has really good lasting power. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this because I always love having different drugstore foundations and some good variety, so I'm gonna keep this. I don't love the packaging, but the formula is really good. This AOA Studio Buildable Satin Foundation is also beautiful. You can get this on Shop Miss A's website. I think it's like $2 last I checked. It's a gorgeous foundation, but I'm gonna get rid of these because they are expired, but it's really good if you want something affordable. The only thing is you have to wait a little bit long for shipping, and the shades aren't the best, but if you want something super affordable, this is good for the price. I remember also really liking the Ordinary foundation. This is a high coverage foundation formula. I have different shades here. I remember the shades just being completely off, but I liked the formula of this. I thought it looked good on the skin, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. This is probably very expired, and the shades are just very confusing, to be honest. I never got to find a perfect match, so I'm going to part ways with this as well. I don't know why more people don't talk about the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation, but this is beautiful. Medium coverage, satin finish, wears so beautifully throughout the day. I have this one in the color Buff. I remember at one point I did like a full day wear test with this, and I worked out and I was sweaty, and this still lasted through the sweaty workout, through the heat, through everything. It's really good, and it's under $10. So e.l.f., we need more shades. Also, it comes with a pump, so it's really good. I'm gonna keep this. This foundation was sent to me a little while back. It's from this brand Crunchy, I believe, and I remember I really liked it. I just never really reached for it that often for whatever reason, just because I have other favorites. So this I'm also gonna go ahead and get rid of. It's honestly probably expired too at this point. Also gonna go ahead and get rid of the Moira Complete Wear Foundation. I didn't really love this enough to continue to use it. I think it was good, but I have other favorites, to be honest. I do really love this brand. I think if you're gonna splurge splurge on Moira, I would suggest maybe their liquid eyeshadows, lip products. There's just other products that I prefer from this brand over their complexion, like foundation, concealers. I definitely would stick to other brands for me personally, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. This is gorgeous. I definitely was not a fan of this years ago when I first tried it, but this has grown on me so much. It's a beautiful foundation, great lasting power. I love this mixed with the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter. It gives intense coverage and it looks so good. I feel like this is just a good like photography type of foundation or like a special occasion foundation. Also gonna get rid of this Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. I just don't really reach for it. I don't know. I don't really honestly remember my thoughts on this because that's how long it's been since I've used it. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Also have the Triple Fix Serum Foundation from LYS. I want to keep this because I really love this brand. The concealer is one of my favorites. There's my reflection. Hi. Okay. This is one of my favorite brands at Sephora. They have such great products. I'm gonna keep this because the concealer is gorgeous on the under eyes. It's very natural. And even though I haven't really used this, I honestly forgot that I have this. So I want to use it again, maybe in like a full face nothing new or Shop My Stash because I love this brand and most of their products that I've tried I really like. All right, we did good. So let's put everything back that I'm gonna keep. Next section. This is one of the best affordable foundations, Believe Beauty Skin Finish. When I tell you, this gives beautiful coverage and it just looks like your skin, but 20 times better because it actually isn't super natural, but it's not cakey. It's just stunning. I always go back to this. You can get it at Dollar General. The only thing is the shade range is not the best. It could be better. I feel like the case with a lot of affordable foundations, unfortunately, but it is really pretty and I love that it's also under $10 and the formula is just stunning. So I'm gonna keep this. I have a couple different shades that I love just throughout the year because I do use this foundation very often, so I like to keep different shades, but love. Another one of my all-time favorites is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Concealer or Foundation. I actually like their concealer as well, but the foundation is great. This is one of the most long-wearing foundations that I own. I love that this is matte, but it's a comfortable matte finish, not drying, not cakey. I always recommend this if you have combo or oily skin. I really enjoy this also for special occasions. It's kind of like the Milani Conceal and Perfect, but that one is a little bit thicker than this one, so it's a bit more of a thinner formula, but it still gives beautiful coverage and I love the way this wears. Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. This is pretty much like an intense full coverage foundation, but it's very hydrating. So if you have combo dry skin, you will love this. It is very hydrating, but it is very pigmented, so it's going to give you super good coverage. I actually really love Catrice, and this I think is my favorite product from the brand. It is so good, and you can get it on Amazon. I have another Milani Conceal and Perfect, and this is similar to the Catrice foundation with like the full coverage, super pigmented feel, but this one is matte, and the one from Catrice is definitely a bit more satiny, hydrating, dewy. This is definitely for the oily skin, girls and guys. This is another one of my favorite products from NYX. It is the Bear With Me Blur. Love the skin tint. The shades can be a little iffy, but it is gorgeous. This is another product that I definitely recommend if you have oily skin or if you prefer something more matte. Whenever I would use this, I love to really prep my skin with a lot of hydrating products because it is so matte, but I really like this. And I also like to kind of play around with the different shades. The only thing is I do think the undertones could be better, but it is a really blurring tint foundation. You know what this kind of reminds me of? The One Size foundation, which I have somewhere in here. Hold on. Yes. I feel like this could be a nice alternative to the Turn Up the Base BB cream from One Size. Kind of similar vibe, good coverage. It's a little bit thicker. It's matte. So I'm going to keep these because I like to have different shades because I haven't found a perfect shade, but I usually make it work. I'm also actually going to keep the Turn Up the Base Beauty Blur Balm from One Size because this is really good, especially in the summer, in the heat. I think these are really great products. Another one of my faves is the Oma Beauty Flawless in Real Life Skin Perfecting Foundation. This brand used to be available at Walmart. Now I believe you can get it at CVS, but this is very hydrating. It's very like serum-y, so it's kind of skincare meets makeup, but it's very pretty. I love this also whenever I want more of a hydrated, healthy, dewy finish, so I'm going to keep. And this is the same shade in Honey Honey T1. I love this brand. They have a good shade range. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Urban Decay Stay Naked Tinted Hydrator. I want to say that I did enjoy this when I used it, but I just honestly don't reach for it that often. I feel like I'm already keeping quite a bit of products. I don't need this, so I'm going to part ways with this as well. Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This is beautiful on the skin. I feel like the e.l.f. Halo Glow is a really nice alternative to this, to be honest, if you don't want to splurge. But I think this is the case where I love both the high end and the dupe. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. I probably wouldn't repurchase it though, to be honest, just because I feel like the e.l.f. one for me is a very spot on dupe and it gives me such a gorgeous similar effect. But I'm gonna keep these because I do like the way they look on the skin, but again, I just wouldn't repurchase them. But I do like them. I also really love this foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. This is probably an unpopular opinion, but I think this is truly an airbrush flawless foundation. It's intense. For me, it's long wearing. It's more of a matte foundation, but it is really pretty. This is also for me more of like a special occasion foundation, but I'm gonna just get rid of one shade and keep the other. The color 5 Neutral is a good match for me. 5.5 Warm is a little bit too yellow, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. Love the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. This is truly pretty fresh. And this is a perfect everyday type of foundation because it gives coverage, but it still leaves your skin feeling really healthy and glowy. Fenty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint, one of the best skin tints on the market. Soft matte finish, beautiful coverage, great lasting power. I think this is a must all year round. I really like this and I definitely like to keep this in the mix. So I always go back to this. And whenever I want a good skin tint, this is the one that I always go back to. It is one of the best, I think, especially if you like a more matte finish with your skin tints, you would really like this one. So I have a couple shades, by the way, in this. I have 8 and then I also have 10. I'm going to keep both. Hourglass Stick Foundation. Love this foundation. This is really pretty. I've actually loved this for years and I need to actually show this some love. I have the color Nude. This is very, very pretty and it's just kind of one of those classic stick foundations that I will always love and keep in rotation. So kind of maybe an unpopular opinion, but I love the Kosas Skin Improving Foundation. This has SPF 25, so it is amazing in the spring and summertime. I love the coverage that this gives. It's a little bit more of a thicker version of like your typical skin tint, but I think it's very smooth on the skin and I love the way this wears. I don't love the Kosas concealer, but I like the foundation so much more. So I'm gonna keep. Next up, okay, love the It Cosmetics CC Plus Nude Glow. It Cosmetics is one of those brands that I also just always go back to. I've loved the CC cream for years. I know this is kind of like a newer version of it, but I remember using this like 8 years ago, so I just like to keep in my collection. And this one I have in Neutral Medium, which is a little bit tan for me, but I like to keep these shades for the summertime. Makeup by Mario foundation. I did not love this. I think this is one of those foundations that looks really good when you first apply it, but then as far as wearability, I don't like the way this wears. This slides off my face. It looks very makeup-y. It breaks apart. It's just not my favorite, so I'm gonna get rid of this. I remember actually really enjoying the combo of these products, the Yummy Skin from Danessa Myricks, both the serum foundation and the glow serum. These just truly make my skin look super glowy, and the foundation was intense. It gave a lot of coverage, but it was very hydrating. I want to give these another chance before I part ways with them because, like I said, I remember having good thoughts about them, but I want to use them again before I like officially make up my mind if I want to keep or not. But yeah, I'll keep these for now. Maybe I'll get rid of them in the future, but let me know if you guys have tried this. What do you think? But for me, I remember liking these. Fenty Beauty Pro Matte Foundation. This foundation brings me back to college days. I used to wear this all the time way back when I used to go out, and it is so long wearing. Great if you have oily skin or if you just want to be out and about and you don't want to worry about your makeup. This is it, but I'm pretty sure this is expired, to be honest. I have the color 230, so I'm gonna get rid of it, but I would definitely repurchase it because I think it's a great foundation. I have another concealer and perfector from Milani. I definitely need to look through my bottles and see which one is out because I'm pretty sure maybe I have like 2 of them that have like barely any product left because I definitely don't need like 6 of these, but I do really like this foundation. Another one of my faves, CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made. This is a must for me also in the summertime. It's kind of similar to the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in a way. It gives great coverage and has a very comfortable matte finish. Also gonna keep these Hailey's Beauty Reinvent Sheer Tinted Drops. These are great for traveling, and this is literally the prettiest dewy drops that you can apply. It pretty much enhances your natural skin and gives a little bit of coverage while making your skin look very healthy and youthful. So I like these. I think the packaging is nice again for traveling. You just squeeze them and go, and they blend really nicely either with a finger, with a brush, or with a sponge. So I'm gonna keep. I really love Hailey's Beauty. It's one of my go-to favorite indie brands. I really like this brand. It's Relove from Makeup Revolution. I love that everything is under $5. This Super Serum Skin Tint I remember was so pretty on the skin. I just wish they had more shades. That's my only complaint with these affordable brands. You have great products, but we need some more shades. More expired stuff, but things that I do really like nonetheless. The Pro Wear foundation from AOA Studio. Again, this is another Shop Miss A foundation that is so nice, but this is expired, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Love the Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation from Essence. So beautiful. It kind of reminds me of the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation in a way, but it has a less dewy finish, a bit more of a natural finish, but it's very hydrating. It's super pretty, literally like the name, but I really enjoy this also in the spring and summertime because it makes your skin look very fresh. So I'm gonna get rid of this just because it's expired, but I would definitely repurchase it. You can get it at Ulta. I love it. Rare Beauty Skin Tint, one of my all-time favorites. This is so beautiful and very hydrating. Sometimes the bottle can leak a little bit. That's my only complaint, but this one is good, so we're good here. But I do really enjoy this, and I have this one in 26W. Another product that I really enjoy on natural makeup days and also whenever it gets warmer out. I think this is a must-have product. I'm gonna add a foundation in here that I love. This is probably my all-time favorite foundation that I've ever used of all time. It's the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. Cannot get enough of this. I mean, everything about it, the ingredients, the wearability, the coverage, the finish, it is perfect. It's hydrating, but it's not too dewy. I think this is a beautiful foundation for literally any occasion. And I have this one in 270 light, medium, neutral, but I also have two other shades that I enjoy, 250 and 220. So it kind of just depends on my tan or not. Like right now I have no color to me, so I use the lightest shade, but I adore everything about this foundation. It is the best. So of course I'm gonna keep, if I could only keep one foundation and only use one for the rest of my life, it would be that one, to be honest. But you know, I gotta be a little extra and have some variety, but it's really good. I have another shade right here. Yeah, this one is in, oh yeah, 250. Love it. The packaging is really nice as well. It's just all around such a good foundation. We're making some progress. I know, by the way, this is still a lot. Nobody needs as many foundations, but I like to keep different shades of my favorites. And of course, you guys know this is what I do, so I like to have some variety for videos. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, we got some expired stuff in here. Okay, love this Rare Beauty foundation, by the way. I think I like the skin tint more than the foundation, but I'm gonna get rid of this only because I know that these are completely expired. But I love me some Rare Beauty, and this foundation is really good. I think if I had to choose though one thing, I would say go with the skin tint over this. But I do enjoy the foundation. I would repurchase it, but these just, they gotta go. They're expired. Another expired product, but a product that I love, Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Foundation. This kind of is a bit of a skin tint vibe to me. So it's not full coverage like a foundation. It's literally a serum foundation. It's very lightweight, natural. It's good for everyday makeup. I would also repurchase this, but I'm gonna get rid of it because it is expired. You can get this brand at Ulta, I think online, but CVS usually. Love the Say Beauty Slip Tint. This is SPF 35, and this is the most natural skin tint that I have in my collection, but I really like it for whenever I just want a little bit of a boost. It gives a little bit of an enhancement to your natural skin in the best way possible. This is a good vacation type of product if you just want to do like a no makeup look. So this I'm gonna keep. I really like it, and this one is in 3.5. Too Faced Born This Way. This used to be one of my favorite foundations. This is definitely expired. I'm gonna get rid of it. I do really like it, but I don't want to say that I would necessarily repurchase it again because I do have other favorites that I prefer, but it is a nice foundation. Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue, another favorite of mine. I also think this might be expired. I really like this foundation though. It's matte, great coverage. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. It's really pretty. I love Dose of Colors. If you've never tried this brand, I highly recommend. I think their foundation is great. They have amazing eyeshadows. The eyeshadows are by far my favorite, but I'm gonna get rid of this just because I don't reach for it as often. One, but also this is definitely expired. It says 12 months on the bottle. I'm pretty sure I've had this for like, I was gonna say 12 years, not 12 years, but longer than 12 months for sure. And this is my second favorite high-end foundation in my collection. It's the Smashbox Always On Skin Balancing Foundation. It kind of reminds me of the Haus Labs one because it's very smooth, it's pretty long wearing, great coverage, but it's not as dewy. So if you want something like that, but you want a bit more of a matte, very light, I would say satin matte finish, I would go with this one from Smashbox. It is stunning. It photographs beautifully. It wears really nicely throughout the day. It literally looks porcelain on the skin. I love it. I'm actually wearing it today and I have 2 different shades in this. I'm in love. It's really good. So this is in my top 5. I'm gonna keep. I honestly don't remember too much about this Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. I believe the shade that I got was just completely off. This one is an Aura. I'm gonna just get rid of this because if I haven't used it up until this point, I probably won't. I remember really liking this Il Makiage foundation. I just thought it was kind of pricey for what it was. So yeah, this one is in the color 060. I think the concept of this is cool, but I think you can do better. Now that I've tried so many other foundations, I have other favorites, so I'm gonna get rid of this. I love this cream to powder foundation from Milani. This is stunning on the skin. I mean, it truly blurs your skin, gives coverage, but in the most natural way. I really like it. I wish they came out with more shades. I think this foundation has so much potential. It definitely deserves more hype. I got the color 220 Creamy Natural. I really like this. I'm gonna keep. This is another gorgeous product. It's the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. This is pretty much like you apply it and it looks like you have nothing on your skin, but it truly blurs your skin and gives you the most gorgeous natural coverage. But it's not even like a foundation type of product. Like it literally looks like you just woke up and you have porcelain gorgeous skin. This is a really cool product. I'm gonna keep this. I like it. All right, we did good. I have another Smashbox foundation up here. I have the color L20N and L30N. So I'm gonna keep both of those. Also gonna keep my two e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filters. I love these. They're so pretty. They truly enhance your natural skin, and I love that you can mix these in with other foundations. Love. I have the color shade 4 and shade 3. Another Believe Beauty Skin Finish foundation, medium to full coverage. It's so good, and it has a glass bottle. This is literally like $6. I have another Eavesdrop Skin Tint. This is the shade 10 that I have. I have 2 of these. I have to actually put that with the other one, but I'll just put it here for now. This is a product that I really like, but if I had to choose, I would just go with the liquid skin tint from Fenty. This is the Skin Tint Stick. Currently, I use the shade 8 to carve out my brows. This is shade 9, which I think is nice. I also have shade 10. I personally would say, I mean, I like the convenience of this product, but I prefer the other packaging and you get a little bit more for your money. I did do a wear test on these a few months back, and I do think that they were pretty much the same, but I prefer the liquid version. So I'm gonna keep this, but I wouldn't repurchase it. I would definitely just stick with the liquid version personally. Last section up here before we move into the other little part that I have, which I'll show you guys the stuff that I'm gonna keep, but let's get rid of a couple things. Okay, first, this makes me so sad, you guys. This is one of the best foundations I've ever used in my life at the drugstore, the NYX Born to Glow, and they discontinued it. Why do they discontinue the best products? I don't know, but this was stunning. I used this up so much. It makes me so sad. I don't even really have anything left in here, but you can't get this anymore because they discontinued it, but it's so sad. I'm gonna get rid of it because I don't even really have any in this one, and this is not even my color in Neutral Buff. My perfect shade was Medium Olive, and it just makes me so sad because it was so beautiful on the skin. It gave coverage, but it gave the most healthy glow without being greasy. It's amazing. So RIP NYX Born to Glow. I want to keep this Tower 28 Sunny Days tinted sunscreen because I've heard really good things about it, and I think I only tried this once and a lot of people really like this, so I want to try this out again before I figure out if I want to keep it or part ways with it, but I've heard good things about it, so I'm going to keep Supergoop CC Screen. I love the fact that this says SPF 50. I remember I got this, I believe it was at Marshall's or TJ Maxx or something, and it was so pretty on the skin. It gave really nice coverage. I'm going to keep this because I think this is a great traveling product, and the fact that it has SPF 50 is like amazing. So I'm gonna keep her, and this one is in 315N. Another IT Cosmetics CC Plus cream, again SPF 50. I love the IT Cosmetics CC creams. I will forever rave about these. Oh wow, this one's definitely expired. It says 8/22. Wow. Maybe I should just get rid of this because I have the other one anyways. Yeah, let's get rid of her. Another one I'm gonna get rid of is the Buildable Blur CC Cream from Thrive Cosmetics. I think I really liked this, but not enough to use it a ton because I don't even remember the last time that I did use it, so I'm gonna also part ways with this. Same thing with the Dermablend Continuous Correction Full Coverage CC Cream. I love SPF 50 products. I always recommend using your own SPF in addition because with these, I know it's not enough, but this is just not really something that I reach for ever, so let's get rid of her. LA Girl Tinted Foundation. I just didn't really use this a ton because I felt like it didn't have a lot of coverage compared to others that I have in my collection. So I don't think it was a bad product, it just wasn't like a standout tinted foundation for me, so I'm gonna get rid of it. IT Cosmetics CC Plus Nude Glow. This is another shade that I have, light medium. This I'm gonna go ahead and keep. This foundation is definitely expired. It's the Beautiful Skin from Charlotte Tilbury. I don't love this foundation. I prefer the other one actually over this one, which might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't like the way this wears on my skin, so I'm gonna get rid of it. e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. Yes, yes, yes. So good. This is a really good dupe for the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I really love this product and I like the way it wears. I'm gonna keep. We have another Say Beauty skin tint here. I'm gonna keep. Oh, this is in 3.5. I guess I don't need both. Let me just donate one and keep one. Smashbox Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer. I didn't love this whenever I used this. It just wasn't my favorite. This is in light neutral. I prefer the other foundation. I know it's completely different kind of vibe, but this was just not a fave for me, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And I have here the Pixi H2O Skin Tint. I think I liked this, but I don't really remember. I kind of want to use it again before I fully get rid of it. So let's try this out again. You can get this, I believe, at Target and Ulta. I really like Pixi. Some of their stuff is hit or miss, but I'm gonna try these out again. And then we have the KVD Good Apple Balm Foundation. This is just so thick. I feel like this could be good for spot concealing. I wouldn't necessarily use this again as a full-blown foundation because it was pretty heavy on the skin and it's very, very oily. So not really my favorite. Not something I'd repurchase, so I'm gonna get rid of this. I have another foundation here. This is the REM Beauty Sweetener Foundation. I love the way this wears. I think it's really pretty, but the shades are also just a little bit tricky. I got the color medium 4N and I feel like this kind of oxidizes a little bit on my skin. So it's nice, but that's the only thing I don't like about it. So if you are close to my skin and you've tried this, let me know what shade you think would match me best, because that's the only thing I don't like about it. And I feel like with the concealer, I also struggle to get my perfect match. So I'm gonna get rid of this, but I'm willing to try this again and maybe get a different shade. I'm gonna get rid of the Total Control Pro Drop Foundation from NYX because this is discontinued, and yeah, I honestly did not even know that. This was a good foundation too. I don't know why NYX gets rid of good ones, but I'm gonna get rid of this. I wanted to shout out another really pretty matte foundation. This is from LA Girl. I feel like LA Girl is another very underrated brand, but I love it. You can get it at Ulta or CVS. And this foundation is really pretty. I don't really reach for it as often as I used to, but I want to keep it just to have some drugstore variety. Also, something else from LA Girl that I love is the Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment. This is the white shade. It comes in a couple other colors, but the white one is my most used, especially if you have a foundation that is too dark and you want to use it now in the winter. Instead of getting another foundation, just use these drops because it lightens the foundation without altering the foundation shade, and it looks so good on the skin. I really, really like this. So that's always a must-have product for me. Another product that I do like, but the shade is off, is the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This is so dewy, and it actually for a skin tint has really good coverage, but the shade is just not it. I got this one in medium tan, and I just don't really like the undertone, so I'm gonna get rid of this. So these are all the foundations and skin tints I'm getting rid of. I'm gonna throw some of these out, and then others that just aren't my shades, I'm going to donate. But I did pretty good. I got like 50-50. I got rid of some, and then I'm gonna keep these, which I know is still an excess amount. I like to have some variety for my videos, and I also have multiple shades of some of my favorite products, which is not really necessary, but I do have to go through, like for instance with these Milani ones, and figure out which ones I'm really gonna keep because I don't need 5 of these. You see, like I have 2 doubles in here. Sometimes the pump gets stuck too. That's the thing with this foundation because it's a little bit thicker. So maybe I'll have to transfer it over into something a little bit more practical, but love it. I love that e.l.f. one. I love a lot of these, so I do want to keep just for, you know, different occasions, different moods. But I think it looks so much better, and I love that I've actually kept the ones that I know I really enjoy because I just had a bunch of excess stuff that I wasn't even using. So this just, it gives me a better vision also for other videos that I want to film where I want to feature some of these. But like I said, if I had to only pick one foundation out of my entire collection, it would be the Haus Labs one. I just love everything about this. And then my second favorite high-end foundation is the Smashbox Always On, for sure. So good. For drugstore, I would say definitely the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, just because you can mix this in with other concealers and other foundations and it just looks so pretty every time. The NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop also would be like another favorite for me if I could only pick one. Hopefully they don't discontinue it because I'm noticing that NYX discontinues a lot of really good products. I also do like the Catrice True Skin because it has such good coverage, but it is a little bit more dewy. So I don't know, I have lots of favorites, but I like everything that I kept in here. So this is your sign to declutter, get rid of things you don't use, donate makeup that maybe you're not using, but that's still good. But yeah, that is everything, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.